SR93 Boxing back with a quick video. This is gonna be my first real thoughts. It's not really a full-on prediction. I could predict as I'm going along of the Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas fight. Now, I have watched Jessie Vargas fight. I mean, in a bit close up against Saddam Ali. Have watched some highlights against him and Bradley. Pacquiao, I've watched his fights. I watched his Bradley third fight for the first time, really, to be honest. I watched highlights, but never watched the full fight. I still haven't watched the full fight, actually. I just watched it more than... Because, I watched it for a while, a little bit. Like, I think up to maybe 8-9 rounds. I'm not sure. So, yeah. Manny Pacquiao, Jessie Vargas, for whatever reason, seems to have improved. Whether he's trained better or whether he's on something, because a lot of people say he is, and I said that there's a possibility that he is, and yeah, I mean, we don't know that. I could be wrong when I say that I think he is on something. He might not be on something. He might just be hard work. Jessie Vargas did really well against Saddam Ali. Saddam Ali is not really the best fighter, in my opinion. He doesn't have the best defense. And he does square himself up a lot of times. Something about him, he's open a lot of times. Kind of reminds me of Keith Thurman, but like Keith Thurman is a little bit better at that. His footwork is a bit better. So yeah, man, Jessie Vargas got capitalized on it. He's a really tall fighter, and for him to win, I feel like Jessie Vargas has to have a lot of feints. He has to feint a lot. He's a tall guy. He can use his range to his advantage. Manny Pacquiao is a fast fighter, but it'd be hard for Vargas to keep up with Pacquiao's speed. But even though Manny Pacquiao might be faster, and his footwork is faster, definitely. Even when he's past his prime, Jessie Vargas has the length, and you should use his length to his advantage. Throw shots that are straight down the pipe. Maybe throw hooks and have body shots, like rounded shots here and there. But one thing he has to do, because he has good length, he has to use his length. He has to sometimes just lead with the right. Just because you see in the Saddam Ali fight, I think the first knockdown, he kind of he threw a jab, but then he ducked low. He threw a jab, backed up, ducked low, and came with the right. If kind of like what Canelo does. I'm not saying Jessie Vargas is like Canelo, but that particular thing is actually not just Canelo. A lot of people do. It's just it reminded me of Canelo, that it kind of looked like the punch was going to come to the body, and the punch came right on the chin. Right. If you look carefully, the first knockdown, that's what he done. So Jessie Vargas, he's able to feint, and that's one of the things he needs to do. He needs to be able to feint, because he won't be able to keep up with Pacquiao's speed, and Pacquiao's timing is really good as well. So he really has to feint like to the body, so he can duck and then come with the right hand, like kind of how you remember Marquez dropped him. Pacquiao Marquez fourth fight rather, and where Marquez dropped him the first knockdown, because remember Pacquiao did get dropped in that fight before he got put to sleep. And Marquez, he was throwing shots to the body, and the shot came to the head. Vargas might need to do something similar, like he throw shots to the body and come to the head, or just fake to the body and come. Yeah, something like that, man. He needs to do something like that, and Pacquiao has shown that he can be set up like that. I mean, everyone can be set up like that as long as you're smart. So yeah, he has to use he has a pretty good jab as well. I think he has a pretty decent jab. He needs to utilize it. His jab is pretty strong. He needs to utilize at times, have some variation in his jab, but he shouldn't be using his jab way too often to abandon power punches. I think he can't just be the one that's jabbing. Manny Pacquiao is going to counter him with a check hook. He's going to come to the side, or sway to the side and check hook, check right hook with Jessie Vargas. What What else does he? What I think he needs to do as well is not be too flat-footed. Jesse Vargas can be flat-footed at times. Um, Manny Pacquiao just gonna dance around the ring. I know he doesn't dance anymore like that, but he is just gonna move, 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 and you're not gonna be able to catch him. Simple as that. So Jesse Vargas needs to be able to move around a bit. Feint with your footwork, and don't square up. Manny Pacquiao does square up, and yeah, Manny Pacquiao does square up. So I feel like Jesse Vargas has a really good chance of winning. Look, Manny Pacquiao squares up. He doesn't have the length. He doesn't move his foot as much. Like he doesn't do. His footwork is not as good as before. Still really good, but not as good as before. And he could get caught. He could get caught with one of them right hands, man. But one thing that Manny Pacquiao can capitalize on is Jesse Vargas. A lot of times, especially on the inside, he throws a lot of not too much on the inside, especially mid-range inside sort of. He throws a lot of hooks. They go around, and that Manny Pacquiao is a sort of fighter who has good head movement and very good footwork, and he's kind of short as well. He's able to use his short height as an advantage. To be honest, a lot of times people can't hit him, and Manny Pacquiao's been against tall fighters. He's been against De La Hoya. I know De La Hoya was in his prime, but still, it was a great like no one's beat De La Hoya like that. Margarito as well, a tall fighter, tall, strong fighter, very hard to hurt and things like that. But Jesse Vargas, I feel like he's a better fighter than Margarito in the sense that he's a more well-rounded fighter. Because he has a better jab. He's a bit faster. He's less flat-footed. I mean, Margarito, and yeah, Vargas seems like a good boxer as well. He seems like a very good boxer puncher, not just a banger. So yeah, Jesse Vargas can really like Jesse Vargas. What he has to do is stop throwing looping punches, but that's your instincts, and Manny Pacquiao has to capitalize because this is instincts. He's gonna throw those looping punches anyway. Pacquiao has to sort of duck underneath the punch or counter him as he's ducking. He's done that many times. He really has to take advantage of Vargas's weaknesses. Manny Pacquiao has to give him feints as well. One thing is Jesse Vargas has to be for Jesse. Is the fight's gonna play out based on who comes in, who goes first. If Manny Pacquiao goes first, I feel like he will be on the winning side. If Vargas goes long first, then he has a very good chance of winning as well. So I'm kind of trying to think of who's gonna win because this is a hard prediction to make. Vargas is a live dog. He has good feints, pretty decent jab. Um, yeah, I mean a right hand that can go straight, but he has his weaknesses. He's flat-footed. He doesn't throw punches straight all the time. And Manny Pacquiao can really, really, really capitalize on that. And also Pacquiao, what he has to do is his footwork will be the story of the fight. If his footwork is the thing is Manny Pacquiao's footwork has regressed, even though it's still very good. It regressed, and his footwork against a lot of fighters, especially a lot of big fighters, like tall fighters. He fought loads of tall guys in De La Hoya, as I mentioned, Margarito. But the thing is, his footwork is not there anymore. 1 minute his angle, the way he's able to change angles is not there anymore. But at the same time, the recent people he's fought is I mean, if you think about it, like against Floyd Mayweather, did he show the type of footwork that we expected? No, he didn't. Against Bradley, I guess not really, but against Rios, Rios is really flat-footed to be honest. But obviously a strong guy, like big guy like Rios, you want to be like on your feet, I guess. And Manny Pacquiao might be training to be on his feet more. And that could. I'm fairly sure he is doing that. I really think because against big fighters, especially against big fighters, working on his footwork seems good, even when he's not in his prime anymore. So I think the way the fight is going to play out, Manny Pacquiao will win the fight. There could be knockdowns from either side, but Manny Pacquiao. I mean, Jesse Vargas hasn't really shown to be hurt. I don't think. I haven't watched that many of his fights, but Manny Pacquiao I feel like will win. He will smart Jesse Vargas for most parts, but Jesse Vargas will have his moments. He will. I feel like if he lands one of them right hands, he could hurt Manny Pacquiao. He could get him. I don't know if he could get him out of there, but he could definitely hurt Manny Pacquiao. And depending on how Manny Pacquiao adjusts, if he adjusts well to the right hand, if he's able to see the right hand coming and move, which I think you'll be able to see. And I do think he's working on his foot, like foot speed and things like that. And therefore, his foot, as I said, his foot speed will be the difference in the fight. His foot speed will, how good his footwork will determine. I'm fucking up everything the way I'm saying. Basically, what I'm trying to say is his footwork will be the story of the fight. If his footwork is not as good as I'm expecting it to be, he might not win the fight. If his footwork is really good, like he even for being past his prime, if his footwork is really good, because I'm assuming he's working on his footwork a bit better in this fight. Vargas has the length, and he's not that slow of a fighter. So I think Manny Pacquiao is going to move around and be just hit him with a lot of straight punches and there will be a lot of counters when Vargas is throwing those looping hooks. There will be a lot of counters. Manny Pacquiao will be moving side to side. I feel that octopus shit that Brandon Reyes talks about. And yeah, I think Manny Pacquiao is going to win. Vargas does have a very good shot, a really good shot, to be honest. He could win the fight. It's not 50-55. I feel like it's a 70-30, maybe 65-35 for me. Vargas is a really good shot. He can hurt Pacquiao. He can definitely hurt Pacquiao. I think Bradley's chin is a bit better than Manny Pacquiao's. But and Vargas has hurt Bradley. Pacquiao does square up. He can get caught with the right hand. He can get dropped. But I feel like if he does get dropped, he will make an adjustment. Even though he's not a huge adjusting fighter, he can make an adjustment and go and win the fight. I do think there might be a knockdown somewhere in the fight, but it will be a decision in my opinion. It will be a convinced like an 8-4, maybe even 9-12. I got a feeling that Vargas can have his moments, and I think he will have his little moments, yeah. But I think Manny Pacquiao can pull this off. It really depends. If he really wants the Floyd Mayweather rematch, then he might just be working really, really, really hard for that. Because his fans are a bit disappointed on him, right? So it really depends on Manny Pacquiao. Jessie Vargas could be at his best, but if Pacquiao comes and Jessie Vargas has no shot, I personally think Pacquiao will win. He will look pretty good doing it. Jessie Vargas will have moments. There could be a knockdown from either fighter. I think. Oh no, man. Pacquiao could get dropped if he squares up. I feel like Pacquiao might get dropped, but Vargas can get dropped too with that straight left, really straight left. Vargas could get caught as he's throwing a hook, and Pacquiao's gonna catch him in the middle of that hook, and he's just gonna duck underneath it. So that's all I have to say. Vargas is a live underdog. He will have his moments, and yeah, that's really my prediction. I don't want to make a prediction, but I guess I did it. So yeah, until next time, I'm out.